This exercise is to isolate now rotation along the whole flexion and extension of your shoulder, and at the same time create axial rotation that we've worked on before in previous exercises. So let's try to get ourselves with a ball to create intensity in the hand and use a wall as a reference point. So what we're trying to do is create a perfect circle around onto the wall. However, the joint is going to be affected when we have an injury, and will then create less of an ability to create that full circle. So let's try to get as far as we can without starting to compensate through our upper back or through our neck. So by squeezing the ball, first achievement is to get nice and high without starting to feel your neck. So try to perhaps go a little bit away or start to stop as you start feeling the tension in your neck. Then we're going to rotate behind. So as you do that, you're twisting your hand inward. So you're dropping your thumb down, but your bicep is a reference point as we try to point it downwards. And once we are getting to full flexion of the shoulder, we're going to work on fully rotating that humerus or that bone. And then we're going to go back with the biceps leading the way up, get into our very most flexed position, and then slowly come back down into extension of the shoulder. So again, reaching up, rotating, making sure we don't start to compensate through the shoulder. Find that rotation. It's okay if the shoulder's rounded here, that's what we're trying to get to. And then coming back and here. So common mistakes are to start bending the elbow as we work on trying to isolate the rotation, or also starting to raise the shoulder and arching and rotating with the movement. So try it again. Onto the wall, you squeeze the ball, you raise, you rotate your arm as you reach behind. And again, try to keep your chest pointing in the perpendicular direction. And it might take a few times to work through it to really isolate the shoulder. The more you isolate it, the better it's going to be. You can do this sitting to remove the aspect of arching your back. I like that because you tend to arch your back, especially when you're reaching up and you don't have that flexibility or mobility in this case. To really use a wall if you are unsure of whether you're starting to cheat or not. The wall is a nice way to press into it without necessarily starting. If you start to deviate or rotate, that's an indication that you maybe need to take a step outside the wall to make sure that we're not arching our backs.